Let's dive into this important topic. What's really lurking in our tap water? Is it safe to drink? Toxic tap water is a pressing issue for many households today. In fact, millions of people around the world are unknowingly consuming contaminated water, putting their health and well-being at risk without a clue.
The alarming truth is that our tap water can contain a cocktail of pollutants that can have devastating effects on our bodies. It's time to take a closer look at what's really coming out of our faucets.
When we turn on the tap, we expect clean, fresh water to flow out. But the reality is that tap water can contain a multitude of contaminants, including heavy metals like lead and mercury, pesticides and herbicides, bacteria, and even pharmaceuticals.
These pollutants can seep into our water supply through various means, and once they're in, they can be incredibly difficult to remove.
The risks they pose to our health are very real, from cancer and neurological damage to reproductive issues and birth defects.
It's a scary thought, but one we need to confront head-on.
Drinking contaminated water can be particularly dangerous for vulnerable populations like the elderly, young children, and people with weakened immune systems.
Even low levels of certain pollutants can have a significant impact over time, leading to a range of health problems that may not be immediately apparent.
The truth is, many of us are unwittingly poisoning ourselves every time we take a sip of water from the tap. For instance, lead is a potent neurotoxin that can cause permanent brain damage in children, even at extremely low levels of exposure.
And yet, lead is present in tap water in far too many communities, thanks to outdated infrastructure and inadequate treatment processes.
It's a ticking time bomb, and one that we need to defuse before it's too late. Another major source of contamination is industrial runoff, which can seep into our water supply through polluted soil and groundwater.
This can include everything from toxic chemicals and heavy metals to bacteria and viruses.
When we think of pollution, we often think of smokestacks and factory emissions, but the reality is that pollution can come from many sources, including agricultural runoff and even our own homes. Aging infrastructure is another major culprit when it comes to contaminated tap water.
In many parts of the country, our water pipes are decades old and in desperate need of repair.
This can lead to cracks and leaks, allowing pollutants to seep into the water supply.
It's a problem that's only getting worse as our infrastructure continues to crumble and our population continues to grow.
The climate, since the beginning, has had extreme natural variations over time. It is also having a profound impact on our water quality today. As temperatures rise and fall, weather patterns affect our water treatment plants, as does natural aging, which pushes the water plants to the breaking point. This can lead to contamination and overflow, which can then seep into our water supply. It's a vicious cycle, and one that we need to break if we're going to ensure the long-term health and safety of our communities.
It's crucial for us to recognize the connection between climate change and water quality. We have to act now to protect our future.
One community that's all too familiar with the dangers of toxic tap water is Flint, Michigan. In 2014, the city's water supply was switched to a new source, which was supposed to be cheaper and more efficient. But what followed was a disaster of epic proportions. The water was contaminated with lead, and thousands of people were left sick and struggling to access clean drinking water. It's a cautionary tale, and one that we need to heed if we're going to avoid similar disasters in the future.
The case of Flint, Michigan is just one example of the very real impact that toxic tap water can have on communities and individuals. It's a stark reminder that we need to take action, and fast.
By being more aware of the contaminants that may be lurking in our tap water, we can take steps to protect ourselves and our loved ones.
It's time to take control of our health and demand better from our water providers.
Thanks for watching. And I hope this video has reminded you of the dangers of toxic tap water. If you've had any experiences with contaminated water, let us know about them in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about top water distillers, water filters, and whole house water filtration systems we like, links are below in the comment section. Please subscribe, as in future videos we will show the various ways to get good, clean, refreshing water. We will also show water analysis from major USA cities. And this is something no one should miss. Our subscribers will learn how to create fantastic tasting, super clean distilled water for their families to drink and cook with. We will also be showing top-rated water filtering systems that are simple, easy to use and tested. So go ahead, give us a subscribe and a thumbs up. In today's world, this is vital information. Thank you for watching From My Healthy Life.